Good morning to all of you. Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. Hello. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. We have a guest to join in, so I'm waiting for the guest to join in. Hi, Sneha. Hi, Kirti. Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining in and taking out your precious time. Finally, we have you. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much for joining in. Yay. Finally, we have you.
Hi, Aarti, how are you?
Good, good. With the glitches going, I was like very, like getting anxious and nervous as to why it is not happening, and glad that we could connect quickly.
But this always happens, right? So before every
Yeah,
webinar, so like the first five
it
minutes,
is
oh my God,
part
can
and
you hear
parcel.
me? Can I see
Yes,
you?
I can hear you. Can all of you hear us? Can you please give a thumbs up on the chat or say yes, you can hear us? Whatever is convenient for you guys, so we can start the live soon. Thank you so much, all of you, for taking out your precious time. So today's, thank you, Kirti, for replying. Thank you so much for giving a thumbs up and replying. Glad everyone can hear us. So we'll start with the session right away. Thank you, Sneha, for letting me know. Okay, so today's session on Let's Talk, we have a financial empowerment session. And today we have with us Karteeka Tyagi, who is a lawyer and an educator. She will give her introduction herself.
Thank you so much, Aarti. First of all, very, very big thank you for having me. And I'm glad we could
My
arrange this
pleasure.
session after
Yes,
contemplating for so long.
right.
But finally, I'm here. And thank you,
Yes.
everyone, for joining in. So, as Aarti rightly said, I'm a lawyer and an educator. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer primarily, but I also handle succession and family law along with it. And of course, as a part of my succession and family law practice, I encountered a few issues that I saw generally prevailing with women, and that's what turned me into an educator. So now, along with my legal practice, which is spread across Switzerland and Dubai, and yes, little part of it in India as well, I now educate women, young girls, even children. Boys are also included in that group when I educate children on financial aspects of their life. I teach them how to become financially independent and how to manage their finances on their own without any help from their family members or friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So going ahead, we see a lot of challenges that women face in real life. Can you give some examples? How, like, what type of challenges do we
A
face?
lot, actually. And to give you a few examples, now, when it comes to women who go outside of their homes and work alongside, men, first challenge that usually women face is the gender pay gap.
Right.
So same work done by a woman and a woman usually would be paid lesser. And the
Right.
logic, I know myself because I have been on the other side as well. Now I'm into private practice, but I was also an in-house counsel many years back.
Okay.
So I know how what logic usually people would give. Oh, because you will go into a maternity leave, you will have children, you will not be that ambitious, you will have less working hours, you will want flexibility. So giving those issues, people usually negotiate a lower salary with women. Then other issues
True.
are, of course, a
Yeah,
very common,
so much it is.
absolutely, a very common thing that I have seen, like men usually, and this is of course, this is true if you come to think of it, men would usually leave everything to do with children, home on women, right? So
True.
your husband probably would be calling you, tomorrow is a parents teacher evening, what time is it, right? On the other hand,
True, true.
you will leave all the finances probably on him, right? You'll say, he will take care of
That's
the car.
actually the case, maybe with me also, and with many women out there.
It's
Can
natural.
you give a thumbs up if you do that too?
I'm sure there will be a lot of them doing it.
Yeah, sure.
Then this is a very practical issue, and I think it is naturally ingrained, from generations. Why? Because
Mm-hmm.
women are supposed to be caregivers, right? And men
Right.
are supposed to be
Homemakers, caregivers.
providers. Yes. So
True.
it's a natural inclination. However, now times have changed, and I think, and then, the real world threats are too many. If I went on to explain those to you, there are too many that women can face, if they're not aware of how finances are managed, how money is managed.
Mm.
Is there
Is any of
any?
us freezing?
Yes, I think you were frozen for a while. I could see you.
Okay.
Because my internet is right here on top.
I don't know. Yours is also
Really?
blurry at times. Anyways, let's carry on.
Is everything okay? Maybe you can ask the viewers
Uh,
if they
can
could.
you can the audience let me know if everything is all right and you can still hear us just by a thumbs up and or yes, you can hear us, whatever you can respond quickly. Okay, I think let's go
Yeah.
ahead
Yes.
because the voice is fine. So we'll have a small question and answer session as to like what a lot of other challenges that we face. Like, are there specific legal actions or rights and protections in place to ensure that financial empowerment for women is in place?
When you say legal and some fundamental, it's a fundamental right for any person, irrespective of their gender, to have their own independence, right, in any matter concerned.
Okay.
So nobody is saying, anywhere by law that women cannot manage their money or women cannot take care of their finances. It is not written anywhere. It is just us who probably tend to believe that. It is the societal and cultural norm that creates
Mm-hmm.
that pattern. So
True.
so when you say are there any legal rights? Of course, everyone has that legal and fundamental right to take care of
Right.
your money. It's your money. Even if you're not
It's
making money and somebody is dependent on their husband, because husband is the
mm-hmm.
primary earner or provider, even in that case there are a lot of legal rights for women, because then they have to be taken care of financially, health wise, for all of their needs by their husband who's providing for the family. So
True.
this is a basic right, which actually exists in
And many are
every
not
country.
aware.
Many are not aware. Yeah, it's everywhere. Nowhere in the world it is written that you, even if you don't earn your own money, and it is your father or your husband, it's a basic fundamental right, for everyone. And women have this
True.
right that when their husbands are the primary providers, they are supposed to take care of them. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, everyone should know that.
Okay, great.
as a basic thing.
Yes. And today's session is about financial empowerment and giving you knowledge that you will get at least a little basic idea of what you got to do ahead in life. Thanks, Kartika, for that. Okay, like moving on to the next question. What steps can women take to create a strong financial foundation for themselves and their families?
Okay, first and foremost, every woman should have one bank account that belongs purely to them. They
Okay.
should have.
Only to them, not even joint.
No, 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 no. Even men should have that,
Why do
but
you recommend that?
I'll tell you, because in probate proceedings in a lot of jurisdiction in a lot of countries, what happens if let's say a person has a joint account, husband and wife are holding a joint account,
Mm,
and if
right.
one of them passes away, the
Mm-hmm.
accounts will not be given access to the surviving spouse until probate proceedings are taken care of, until the court decides
Okay.
who is the rightful heir of that account. So
All right.
I have seen people, going from a very, very well, I mean, settled position to hands to
Mm-hmm.
mouth, really, literally hands to mouth. Why?
Really?
Because you have money, but it is stuck in an account which you can't
True.
access, right? So every
Okay.
woman, irrespective of whether you make your own money or you take some money from your husband or whatever, create a separate pool of money for yourself, which is only yours, and you
Okay.
need to save regularly in that account.
Mm.
So maybe create that
Okay.
account only for saving, that keep that account for let's say, a rainy day. You need to have
Okay.
that in place. You need
All
to
right.
have you need to take care of your health, so you have to have your health insurance, your life insurance as well,
Right.
probably, because you let's say, I mean, it's not just men pass away. I do get,
Right.
queries. Men come to me, my clients come to me. I want to do a will to secure my wife. Said, okay, what if she
Mm-hmm.
passes away? Then what, right?
Right.
So
It's
it can be
both
either
ways.
way, correct? It can be both ways, right? So women should also
Right.
have life insurance or a critical illness insurance policy, which is very, very good, because critical illness can hit anyone. Cancer, maybe
Yes. And any time, any
Alzheimer's.
age,
Absolutely,
anyone.
absolutely. Paralysis or loss of work, all these things have to be taken care of by women
Right.
themselves. So I feel these basic things everybody should keep in mind. For their
Mm-hmm.
families, of course, for their children, they can set up like educational funds. They also should teach them what they are learning.
Right.
Because
Start
children,
young.
yes, so that's the next generation, and they should be teaching the next generation also, the same thing that they are trying to learn.
How many of you have kids out here? Give me a thumbs up or say yes, you have kids. And if you're liking the session so far, do keep pour your likes coming in. If you have your questions, please put them in the question answer session or just put it as a comment below. We will be answering to those at the end of the session. Right? Now, let's go ahead to the next question. How can women ensure that they receive fair compensation and benefits in the workplace? You just spoke about something like
The
this at
gender
the
pay
start.
gap.
Okay.
It all
Yes.
boils down, Aarti, to very, very simple thing: negotiation.
Right.
You need to negotiate. You need to learn to negotiate. You need to have an argument against their argument. So I remember when I was in a situation like this and I was negotiating my salary,
Mm-hmm.
I was heading that company's uh, legal department, managing
All
six
right.
offices under me. And the negotiation,
Okay.
when I was doing that salary negotiation, the
Mm-hmm.
argument that was given to me by the other side was that, listen, if I give you a salary higher than this, then I would have a problem with the person who's sitting above you. Why? Because that salary
Oh,
that I was asking for was the same salary that he was taking at that point. I said, so how does
okay.
that matter?
All right.
How does that matter? Because his work is completely different. My work is completely different, right? So
Right.
I need to be compensated for what I am doing. This is
Right.
one factor. Another factor that I remember, when I had gone for my maternity leave, and after that I came back and joined my work. And
Mm-hmm.
and surprisingly, in that workplace, almost every woman was on maternity leave, one after the other. So we were all managers
Okay.
were sitting in a board meeting, and we were looking for new hirings. And one of the
Mm-hmm.
managers jumped in and he told me, because I used to look after HR and legal both, and he says, listen, we don't want any other woman in the office. I said,
What?
uh,
Thank you for joining in again. And sorry for the technical glitch, which is like really out of hand. So I've just created a backup temporarily. So let's proceed with the live session before we have any other further technical glitches.
which is common.
Yeah, it like really unavoidable. Like I couldn't do anything about it. All right, let's go. Where were we? So yes, about receiving fair compensation and benefits at workplace.
Correct. So, negotiation is the only thing, Arti, that people can do, women can, do, and you need to, as I said, that you need to have a counter ready. Women, I have seen, are more productive. The
Right.
argument that people give, because you will have children and your ambitious is lesser. Because women have children, they are much more productive in the same working hours that they spend on their work. So we know that yes, we have someone waiting at home for us. So we
Right.
have to finish everything within these limited number of hours and finish it with perfection. So the
Right.
dedication that women show, plus some women I have seen that they really work for money. I mean, they need that money for survival, right? So for them, the passion, the conviction is on a different level. Then some
Right.
women are very, very ambitious and career driven. So I feel your argument should be stronger, and it all boils down to how well your negotiation skills are when you are dealing with that gender pay gap at workplace.
Great. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Can you provide tips for women on budgeting, saving, and investing wisely?
Oh yes, I my favorite rule of budgeting, investing, saying is 50-30-20 budget rule. So out of whatever you earn, you you keep 50% of that for necessities, housing, rental, whatever, petrol, food, etc.
Okay.
Then 20% you straight away. And the balance 30% is for leisure, because it's also important to have fun in life, right? So you go
Yes.
shopping, you go dine out, you spend on your whatever, salon, spa, etc. Go out with your friends. So 50-30-20 is my thumb rule that I follow in life.
Okay.
And apart from that, of course, the 20% that you're saving, maybe you can add another 10% from that 30% that you're spending on leisure, and put that in investments, because investments are the one. Saving, just putting your money cash in a bank account is really not a wise idea, for anyone. Because of inflation, you lose a lot there and you hardly make anything on that.
True.
So I would also suggest that 10% take further out and invest it in different options. So it could be gold, but not jewelry, certainly.
Okay.
Art. It could be stocks, ETFs.
So gold, by gold you mean online or physical form?
Whichever way you feel is giving you return. So physical form, people do buy those biscuits or breaks or coins, whatever you can afford. Start calculating that over a period of time, and then yes, don't just hoard it. When people, I know that people just hoard it. Yes, you can keep it for a rainy day. Very good, very nice. But if you're looking to make money on that, then yes, you can probably, keep flipping it. So whenever the prices are up, sell it, buy more, right? Like that. I mean, people can just try, trial and error. Then, of course, real estate is another nice investment that people can try. It's expensive, but again, if you target something and if you save towards it, nothing is impossible, I guess.
That's awesome. Thank you for those tips. Okay, and next we have, are you guys benefiting from this session? Do let me know. Kartika can now not see the questions that are coming. So if you have questions, please put them in the comment there. We will answer all of them at the end of the session. We are talking about financial empowerment today. For those who have missed on and just joined in, thank you so much for taking out the time and joining in. Moving on, what legal resources or organizations can women turn on for support in improving their financial situation?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Aarti?
Sure. What legal resources or organization can women turn on to for support in improving their financial situation?
Okay. So first and foremost, they need to seek professional help. So there are a lot of professional financial advisors that women can turn to. So, or someone else, there are a lot of such financial advisors who can give you tips for investment, who can give tips on how to manage your finances. In terms of legal resources, if you mean like, there are a lot of actually websites, podcasts, books that they can really take help from. I personally do like to read a lot of it. I consume a lot of such content, along with, of course, other kind of content that I watch or read or listen to. So there are a lot of, websites managed by, let's say, CNBC, or even World Bank has it. Then they can turn to a lot of podcasts. I would soon be also starting a podcast, so where I will be giving certain information in that sense. So there are a lot of such professional avenues where they can learn and improve their knowledge, and there's no doubt of it. If you come to look at it, if you are willing to find it, then there's plenty of such things available.
That's great. So yes, we can turn on to you also for all the help and the guidance.
100%, always.
Okay, so moving on to the next question, guys. If you are liking the session, please give it a big thumbs up, pour in your love, put in your question answer session in the chat comment below. We'll get back to it at the end of the session. Next, moving on, what are the key points women should keep in mind when it comes to estate planning and wealth transfer?
Okay, yes. So I think I did touch upon briefly on wills, right?
Right.
So I get this question so frequently, Aarti. It is so astonishing to know that when I get queries for wills and succession planning, it is mostly men who would come to me and say, I want to make a will for my assets so that my wife and children do not have any issues once I pass away. I said, okay, why would your wife make any will? She does not hold any assets in her name. I said, okay, she does not hold any assets, but do you have children? Then they would say, yes, we do have children. I said, fine, they're still joint. And they're your joint responsibility. True. So children's guardian is the first and foremost matter that they have to deal with. And that can only be done through a will. In a lot of places, there are, laws which say that if there are no guardianship provisions in a will, or if people have not appointed guardians or even trustees to manage the estate for their children, then the state would take over, or the state would provide such assistance, which can be a very, very disastrous situation. You do not want, nobody would want, instead of family members, that state is taking over such matters, right? True. Then every woman should, of course, take care of that part. Every woman must have a will. When I said first thing, that every woman should have a personal bank account of their own. The moment you have your very first asset in your name, the moment you have your first child, you have to make a will. The moment you take an insurance policy or a car, you buy something for yourself. Even if you buy a bag, I would say you have to have a will in place. Okay. A will is essential. I have really, really seen people suffering miserably, actually, when there are no wills in place. Okay. When it's a process that can actually really break people. Yes. If you have a will, it will take time, but it will not be. You will not go through that misery that people go through when there is no will at all. So everyone, whether you are a man or a woman, should have a will in place. And I have really seen, when people make a will, yes, it will take its time, but then again, that suffering is not there. What you go through when there is no will. I can give you a recent example where actually we have a case very, very I usually cannot talk about it, but where both the parents passed away and leaving minor children. True. I've heard a case recently that the whole family has been wiped off, and the child is only surviving. Yes. Exactly. So in that case, the parents never left a will, neither the father nor the mother. Now, guardianship was still settled because the judge accepted our argument that, okay, the grandparents can take care of the guardianship. And the mother in this case left a business. The father actually left a business, and his business partner was willing to, give money to the children, because that was the only means of income for children. There was no real estate, there was nothing else. Okay. That was the business, and that was lying in the business account is the only thing that the children could have gotten. Now, the grandparents also did not have any source of income. So they were relying heavily on the fact that they would be able to sell those shares that belonged to children, that the court gave to children. And then, the partner could have given them the money. But court, in this case, said minors' shares will not be sold. Oh, okay. Oh. Now that those shares are stuck because the partner is not willing to pay, and the grandparents do not have any source of income. So I am seeing them struggle to such an extent that they don't have money to pay for children's education, their upbringing, their normal upkeep. So if they had a will, then they could have appointed a trustee. That trustee would be in a position to take care of all the decisions for children. It's really sad to know such a situation. Yeah, Aarti, you're again unaudible. Oh yeah, you're back again. Okay, so great. This is a real world threat that people need to be aware of, and that is why succession planning and estate planning comes into picture. All right. There are a lot of takeaways that we can get from this session. So to summarize, what you would like to say, Karteeka? What would we take as a summary from this financial empowerment session? So what my take is, Aarti. Right. The biggest thing that I want to understand is, fine, it is good to take care of yourself physically. You should look beautiful. You should always be prim and proper, well taken care of. But at the same time, you should always also pay attention to, your future, your life. And the basic thing that you need to carry on that kind of lifestyle that you are carrying on at the moment. Can't hear you. I'm connected
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
audio.
yeah. Now I can hear you.
Okay, you can again. Okay,
Yeah.
Arti, I think it's your side. Really glitching again, huh?
Maybe.
Okay. So what I was saying is that when women take care of themselves
Right.
physically on a physical level, they need to also take care of the fact that they need money to maintain that kind of a lifestyle. You know,
True.
a lot of people would say money cannot buy happiness, but money can buy a lot of things certainly that give you happiness, right?
Yes.
So to really
So
keep
agree with
yourself
you.
happy, money, right?
Right.
It's the most important thing in life, right? People forget to. I do know that there are a lot of things that okay, fine. Money is like asking for money is like being greedy or stay away from that, stay away from materialism, but that is
the
something
fact.
that you need to sustain
Right.
in life.
It's a fact.
If you don't have, you will not have anything, right?
No one is going to
money
come.
means nothing.
No one is going to come and help you.
Absolutely. So you need to be really aware of what threats you can face, how you can manage those threats, what you should do to protect yourself. If you have a business, how you should structure that business, what is a will, what is succession planning, how you should take care of your children's guardianship matters. All these are it's a sea of issues that you need to learn about, and this is the right time. However young you may be, even if you're in your 20s or you're in your late teens, you should start learning about these things. The moment you take your first student loan, that is the right time to start learning about finances and money and how to manage it. So everyone should really do this. It's not just a man's job, right?
Right. No longer it's gender based thing. It is, yeah.
If we expect them to help us in the kitchen, children, household chores, then why should we also not be taking care of or taking interest in what they are single-handedly managing, right?
Right. Yes, and I see that you're holding a masterclass for the same. Would you be kind enough to know share details to the viewers out here?
Oh, 100%. The link is in my bio. If they want more details, they just have to click the link. There are two links. One is my link tree and the other one is for my masterclass. Once they click the link, I will have their details and I can then send them the details of the masterclass. When is it? What is it? What are we going to cover? And yeah, it'll be fun. So I will probably tell them more details in that class. And then, yes, also following the masterclass, they can certainly join the challenge that I hold usually for people. And they can also, there are other programs, that follow from that point.
All right. Do we have any questions? Please do keep them on the comments below. We'll get back to it at the end. We have almost reached at the end. Karteeka, thank you for liking the live session. If you love the live session and have lots to take away from here, give it a thumbs up. Do like the session. So we'll be coming with such more sessions. And Karteeka, do you want to sum up or say anything in the end?
Just follow what I just told you. If you all have, attended the live session, then please just keep those tips handy and implement those tips. Just don't hear them out or whatever, just for the sake of it, but implement those tips. And yes, do click the link in my bio to know more if you are inclined to, which I hope you will be.
She's at Karteeka Tyagi on Instagram. You can connect with her and know more about her masterclass. All right, Karteeka, it was such lovely points and insights that you have given into the financial empowerment. It was amazing having you on the live with such informative session. I hope the viewers have also learned so much from this, and we have a comment saying very good session with good and practical knowledge. Keep it up. So thank you so much. And I have people saying it was indeed a lovely live session that they learned from that. So yay, a great thumbs up for that. And any more questions that if we have, don't hesitate to contact any one of us. We will make sure that we get back to you. And do follow us. Do get in touch with Karteeka for such more financial knowledge. You can even check out her videos on Instagram. They are very informative. I keep on learning from them too. So thank you once again on this session of Let's Talk. Wrapping it up. More love to you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Arti. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.